let's talk about a 3-day-a-week calisthenics training split. This split is perfect for people who are already in a sport, beginners, or just very busy people. We're going to talk about how to form out a workout, a few different 3-day-a-week split options, and then a legit option. I'm going to show you exercises, sets, reps, and rest times, and also give you a free workout PDF that has that all included. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Summer. I'm a calisthenics athlete. I share calisthenics and hand balancing workouts and tips and education so that you can teach yourself how to do all these amazing skills as an adult from home or at the gym. So first, let's cover who is a 3-day-a-week calisthenics split good for. So like I said before, it's good for somebody in a sport. So say if you're a rock climber, rock climb 3 days a week, calisthenics 3 days a week. Or if you're a weightlifter, you can be growing your booty 2 days a week and doing calisthenics the other 3 days. Or if you're a beginner or just a busy person and all you can do is 3 days a week of working out, this is an excellent place to start. However, if this is your only exercise that you're doing in the week, I would highly encourage you to set movement goals or stretch goals on your days off. So that means the 4 days a week that you aren't training, you want to hit some sort of movement goal, even if it's just 10,000 steps a day. Or if you're really confined to your space and you can't get out and get walking, then have a stretch-based goal. So do 15 minutes of stretching on your 4 days off that you're not working out. And if you don't know where to start and you don't have the time or capacity to think about what to do on your 4 off days, just watch some of my warm-up videos and follow along with those. When it comes to training calisthenics 3 days a week, you have many split options, many. Typically, if you're a beginner, you would do the same full body workout 3 times a week. You could do the classic push-pull legs. You could do 2 upper body days, 1 lower body day. There's a whole range of different options, especially tailored to whatever goals you have, whether it's weight loss or skill acquisition. If I personally, like me, Summer, had to only work out 3 days a week, I would do pull and splits, push and bridge, legs and handstands. That would be more of an advanced version because I would be supersetting every single exercise. So I do pull-up exercise, split exercise. If you want to see other options, such as that one, please comment below and I'll make a part 2 of this video. If you're building your own 3-day workout split, you do have to know the main lifts in calisthenics, which are dips, pull-ups, push-ups, squats, and core. So you don't need to overcomplicate things. You don't have to be doing a zillion exercises. If you are ever in doubt of what to train, resort back to the main 5 lifts. And yeah, you might not be doing a full dip. You might be doing a regress version of a dip or a regress version of a push-up. That's fine. Take the regression. It's gonna help you get to that higher level one day. You wouldn't walk into the gym and immediately start squatting to 100 pounds. No, you might start with body weight squats and work your way up. It is no different with body weight skills. Okay, now that you know some split options and the main lifts of calisthenics, the next portion to get into is workout format. This is how I've been structuring my workouts for a few years. So I do mobility, skill training, the strength-based workout part, and then my mobility / cool down. All of my workouts are structured in this manner. So let's break that down into more specific detail. So going into mobility first, because that's how we're warming up. For calisthenics, a great mobility place to focus is your shoulders. They're very important for many calisthenics-based skills, especially handstands. If you don't know where to start, check out some of my shoulder and upper spine mobility workouts. You'll find these within my handstand warm-up video, my full body warm-up video, and my bendy back video. Now, if I had to hand you the most universally beneficial mobility exercises, here is exactly what I would choose. Deep squats, some sort of spinal mobility, so cat-cows or segmented spinal waves. You'll find these in many of my videos. Or if you don't like doing cat-cows, you can go into just some cobras. Next, I would focus on shoulder mobility. Just pick 1 to 2 mobility exercises and 4, at least 1 spinal twist, because as we know, as we get older, if you don't twist, you usually end up getting hurt twisting. So those are the 4 main focuses I would recommend starting with. So after you picked your 4 exercises, what I would do at the start of the workout is move in and out of that exercise for say 8 to 20 repetitions, moving quicker, not being in them for longer than say 3 breaths. And then at the end of your workout, you can do the exact same mobility drills to keep it nice and simple, but spend more time in the position. So now you're doing less reps and hanging out, say, in your deep squat for 6 breaths or so. What you can also do is pick a mobility drill that will directly help you in your sport or in your weakness. So there's 2 options to pick an area of focus for your mobility. One, what is going to help you in what you're doing in your life? Say climbing, hip mobility will be important, or handstands, you would focus on shoulders. Or to make it as simple as possible, what is the stretch that you hate doing? Because that's probably what you have to do. So if you hate doing hip mobility, it's probably because you're weak at hip mobility, and that is where you need to focus. Pick your mobility goal and stick to it for at least 6 weeks. So to summarize the mobility section, you can do general mobility, or you can focus on one specific thing that will help you in your sport or your weakness and spend more time in that specific portion, but still make sure that you're working all the major groups of your body. So the next portion of your workout is skill training. If you're only working out 3 days a week, keep it simple. Pick one skill. Just one skill. I know you want to do a zillion different skills. Pick one. Examples would be a handstand, an elbow stand, a crow pose. You could do anywhere from 5 minutes up to 20 minutes. 20 minutes will help you attain this skill far quicker than if you only do 5 minutes. But even 5 minutes is better than no minutes of working towards your skill. If you don't know what to do for your skill, check out one of my handstand videos and you can repeat that a few times a week. Okay, we're getting to the main portion. I'm going to show you an option for a 3-day-a-week calisthenic workout split. Like I said before, there's many different options. Comment below if you want to see some others. I will also include a free exercise document and sheet so you can track your progress in the description below. If you choose to use that, please leave me a comment to let me know that you appreciate those free take-homes. So the exercise portion is going to take up around, say, 40 minutes of your full workout. So the workout split that I'm going to be showing you today is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, we're going to do 5 exercises for 5 rounds, full body. Wednesday, we are going to focus on legs, and Friday, we're going to focus on overall volume. In case you skip the rest of the video, make sure that you do your mobility, your skills, then you do the exercise, then mobility again at the end. I'm going to show you progression options for every single exercise. Start with the hard one if you can and move down to the easier one as you need to. Film yourself too so you can check your form, because I even need to check my form quite often. The camera definitely helps. Let's get into it. Going on to dips, if you don't have a pair of parallel bars, you can use 2 chairs, or if you really don't have 2 chairs, use your couch and put like a cutting board on it, and your ottoman, put a cutting board on it if your ottoman's squishy. That way your wrists aren't bending quite as much. Do your dips with both hands on those cutting boards, chairs, parallel bars. You can find something in your house. I know you can. And that wraps up Monday, day 1. If you skip the start of this YouTube video, make sure you go back because you want to be doing mobility skills, this exercise portion, and then your mobility. And I talk about all that in the start of this video. Let's go on day 2, Wednesday. We are going to be doing each exercise on its own. Follow the sets and reps as outlined. Take your breaks as outlined, and then move on to the next exercise. So it's not a circuit and we're not supersetting. If you really want to grow your legs and get more out of this workout, get yourself a fabric booty band. If you're fairly new, you might want to start with the rubber ones because the fabric ones are quite difficult. They do come in different ratings, so you can get light, heavy, etc. I would urge you to invest in a high quality band. That way they're not snapping and just going in the landfill. Just spend a few extra dollars and get a good one that you can have with you for life. I drank so much water before I just did that. I could just hear it rolling around in my stomach. Save your sips of water for after. This next movement, some of you are gonna hate me for it, and it's very easy to do wrong, but if you actually program it into your training, you will see a huge benefit in your mobility and your strength in your lower back and in your hips. So whatever variation you choose, what we are working here is having a flat back. So whether I'm up on the chair or whatever, I like to think that I have a rod through my spine all the way through the top of my head. So this whole upper part remain still, and I move from the hips. And for some of you, you really might only be able to go from here to here. That's okay. All I care about is wherever you're at, is I want you to have a flat back and strong legs, and you're using your glutes. So glutes should be tense, legs should be tense, should all be tense. Upper body's stationary. You move from the hips. The glutes should be firing. So first, this is probably how you're sitting. Let's be honest, legs are jiggly, your back is rounded. Think tall. Okay, we got our core sucked in, so clench those P muscles. Nice and tall, elongate. Engage the legs, so push them down into the ground, flex the quad, flex the glutes, and extend long. Come to your spot where you have a flat back, squeeze the glutes, and come back up. And some of you might be able to go lower, but if you're going lower like this, honey, no, we're doing flat back. So you just would go to here. Wherever you're at, you'll see there's progressions for you. Going into our last leg exercise, we are going to be aiming at strengthening our legs for the middle splits, for an active middle split. And then when you can do a handstand one day, you have this pretty middle split. Next up, we are going to be doing an isometric, so a hold, aim towards strengthening our legs for middle splits, for an active middle split. So none of this passive hanging out right now. We are still working very hard. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get you to slightly turn your feet out, okay? Knees open. And then I want you to think about tucking under. Opening the knees back, so use your muscles to pull them back and tuck under, because you're gonna wanna do it like this, with a nice bent back. But the goal is one day, and I have lots of room to improve at this, is to have my hips and knees in line, so I'm like flat. Like completely flat, but I'm not very open in that matter. So the whole time you get into it, bend down, pull your knees back, tuck your pelvis under. Even though you could cheat it, stick your butt out and get deeper. Nuh-uh, we're gonna come down, tuck under, open the knees, sit nice and tall. That's it for the leg day. Don't forget to stretch to your mobility at the end of it. Otherwise, you will be extremely sore and you'll hate me and you'll never come back and do it. So make sure you spend, let's say, at least 10 seconds in each leg stretch that you choose, really relaxing before you move on to the rest of your busy life. Going on to our third day, our legs are exhausted, so we're not gonna work out legs. We are gonna do a push, a pull, and a core, and that's it for extremely high volume. You can do hard things. Don't forget, you can do hard things. And I would just recommend sticking to this program for at least 6 weeks before you go ahead and change up your rep schemes and change up the exercises. Just dedicate yourself for 6 weeks. You got this. Keep track in the Excel sheet that I did up. It's in the description box. Let's go, baby. And that concludes the exercise portion of our third day. This time, you probably want to spend some more time stretching out your upper body, focusing on elongating and relaxing those upper body muscles. You can repeat this 3-day-a-week program for 6 to 8 weeks. Also, I really wanted to say that I believe in you guys. If there is an exercise that just isn't doable for you, I believe in you. I believe you can find a modification that works for you. I believe you can do hard things and you can be creative. If there's something like chin-ups or something that you don't simply have the equipment for, you can look around your house and come up with a creative solution, such as, if you don't have a little kettlebell, use some canned food. Use a little kit if you have one. That's it, that's all. If you enjoyed any part of this video, please subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know you appreciate stuff like this. That way I know exactly what you want so I can help serve you. My name is Summer. For daily content, follow me on Instagram, Summer Fun Fitness. See you later.